Hi everyone, it's Suzette from Suzette's Craft Studio. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Here's my 2025 Halloween journal. I just finished it, so I'm recording it to do a flip through, and hopefully you guys will enjoy this as much as you did last year's. And here we go. I've got it opened or tied with these ribbon. I made it extra long so you can expand it or cut it off if you need to. And then obviously here on this front is this witchy woman, which that's I'm going to call the title of this junk journal. And then when you open it up, as you can see, I've added some stuff sticking out, some of this black cobwebby and some tulle, some ruffled tulle. We'll see more details of that as I get to those pages. And then here in the front, I have this pocket, which looks like a bookshelf of a bunch of different little things you'd put or use in your magic potions. And then here's a little booklet. It's about 60, I think, pages, book pages. And I just put that on the front. And then here's another witchy woman here. And then I've just added some layering and then this little bow. And then again, some collage paper. And then here is that tab. I use it as a tab, right? So there'll be a top one and then the middle and then the bottom. And then in the middle of the signature, there's the ruffle, and then you'll get a repeat of the top, middle, and then and it's continued on the second signature as well. And then here we've got this raven or crow. This envelope here with this journaling card. You can write on the back. And then some coffee dyed and grunged up paper. And then this cool scene with the poppies. So I carried that over into this journaling card. And then here we've got some layering. I don't know if you guys can see that. So we've got this flower here. It's kind of sparkly with a rhinestone, and then the white cobweb along with the black, and then some dyed cheesecloth in the back. And then I've got it here in the corner as well, along with this journaling card. Take it right on the front and the back of that journaling card. And I'll put a link down to these graphics. I just love them. It was 4 different digital kits that I bought, but it was all from the same person. So they just all blended really well together. And then here's another witchy woman. More writing area, and then I just did a little bit of stamping on that paper, and again more coffee dyed paper. I love how the orange looks like that one. This is a different digital kit. I'll put a link to that as well. And then here we have 2 side pockets with these little cards, and then they do have little rhinestone there, just a little bit of layering. And then here we have 2 little pockets, and I've just put these cute little tags in there. And then here's just a little bit of rhinestones there. And then over on this side again, we have that ruffle in the middle of the signature. And then with this pocket, we have this journaling card. You write on the back, and then I just did some matching paper with that little faux stamp, and then it's completely blank for you to write on both sides. And some more of that grungy paper. I just really like how it turned out. And then here I've made this a little pocket, and then I've just thrown in some toe tags as for journaling on the back. And then here I've made that little tuck spot with this journaling card. Same lady that's on the front. And then here is a pocket. This is a little bit of ribbon with those little rivets, and with this journaling card. And then that back kind of matches. Again, just some areas you could add a pocket here in the corner, or you could just write there. That's the other side of that paper of those scenes. I've made this to where it's a large journaling card that matches the back, which is poison. Yeah, I just want to make sure. And then here I made this a little pocket with that book marker. Just some writing paper. Isn't that cool? And then here I've made this. This is kind of furry, so it's kind of fun to touch. But I've made that a belly band with this card. And then this is also a little belly band that holds this card. Again, more of that little cobwebby tabby stuff. And then this is my 4-slot pocket. I usually put this on almost all my journals. So I'm going to take out, I have 2 of the pockets filled. So I'm going to take this out. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 slots. This is one piece of paper folded in half and then folded. I have a tutorial on that. The links will be in the description. So then you have this journaling card, and then this has a little pocket on the side there. And then you have this one, and I've made that also a little kind of a round belly band, I guess, so you could slide that ticket in there. And then up here is a little tuck spot with the owl. And then I just kind of have this is called eyelash yarn. Then some more coffee dyed paper, and I've just added a little bit of stamping. And then here we have this little pocket up front on this flap, and then you flip it over, and there's a little pocket here. Then you could write on the back of that. Oh, get in there. And again, some more writing paper. I love that. It looks like a phoenix, obviously, but it's a crow. And then just a little tab to turn the paper over. Another witchy woman. More writing area. And then here we've got a little pocket with this journaling card. More writing. As you can see, lots of areas to write. This one's kind of fun. It's a little pull out. So you could write here with that big old eyeball. And then you pull this out this way. And then you've got all this is writing area as well. And then here it's a long pocket with a matching card. So it just disappears when you take it out, and it also disappears when you put it back in. I've also gessoed this right here. There was writing on it, and then so you could write over it if you wanted to. And then here's the middle of the second signature. So we got the ruffle again, and then I've just kind of jazzed up some of the digitals here where we've added these rhinestones. I've added some of these little half pearly type things, and then this is kind of I don't know if you can see that where it's like 3D. I've lifted them up, and then we've got some layering here of my material. And then again, I gessoed over so you could write on that, and then I just have a little sticker there, a little round kind of doodaddy. It's kind of, I don't know, thick rubber type feeling. And then here we've got this flip up. And then in this flip up, I've got a little pocket here. And then these are a little blank 3-card readings and 4-card readings for little tarot cards. And then we've got a little bat in the background there. And then here I've got some rhinestones here, and then a little bit of layering with that cobweb, and it says creepy crawlies. Go with that little spider, and then this is a pocket up front with this tag, and then a pocket back here with this journaling card. Again, more writing area. And this I just did a tutorial on, so it's a pull-out paper. So let me do this first. I got a little text spot here with these two items in it. And then you pull this out and it gives you extra writing area. So you could write on the front and the back. Again, I have a tutorial that I just did. So again, the link will be in the, click on the description, click on more, and then you click on more again. And then here I've just added a little text spot with this item, so you could make a little pocket or move that or just leave it there. And then in the back here is a little pocket with this card. Writing area. And here we've got another flip for more writing area. Isn't that orange pretty beautiful? And again, you could write through this or just leave it, make a pocket. Some coffee dyed stamped paper. And then here I've got another little, whoops, that was a little text spot there with that card. And then you flip it over and there's another text spot with this card. And then back here is another shelf with all those goodies with the this one looks more like the spells and the items are already in it. And then I've just made this a pocket where I've got some, here's a commitment spell. And then you write on the back. And then here's a truth spell. Again, trying to make them look grungy. They've been used several times. And let's put those in there. And then here's the back. Here's the spine. We're back to the front. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to leave me any comments, I would love to hear what you think of it. And if you're interested in purchasing it, the link will be in the description as well for sale in my Etsy shop. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.